Okay, fine. So in the previous video we did underground modifications, right? उसके अंदर चार किए हमने, rhizome, tuber, comb, bulb. Now we'll take the next modification is subaerial. First of all, what is a subaerial stem, right? Now थोड़ा सा description I had given, but यहाँ पे I'm giving you a detailed description of what is a subaerial stem. Stems are generally weak, right? They cannot rise on their own. Straggling stems, right? Now growing over the ground and need support for perpetuation, right? Now आगे बढ़ने के लिए support चाहिए उनको. Some of these stems are found to grow beneath the soil surface also. Thus they show contact with both air and soil, right? Now अगर ऊपर है तो right, they are on the ground, so they are in contact with air also and soil also. Subaerial stems are meant for perennation, right? Surviving in unfavorable atmosphere, right? And vegetative propagation. Scaly leaves and axillary buds are present on the stem surface. Underground जाएगा तो scaly leaves, right? Now स्टेम है मतलब नोड, नोड है मतलब लीफ, लीफ है मतलब एक्सिल, एक्सिल है मतलब एक्सिलरी बड, right? Obviously the buds will produce aerial shoots. So the subaerial stem has got modifications. Now what are the modifications of a subaerial stem? We got a trailer, right? Now the shoot spreads over the ground without interval, right? Now there are no gaps. The branches are either flat, procumbent, ekdam, right, or partly vertical, thoda sa, right? Now that's called document, right? Now euphorbia and triadex are examples for them. Runner, right? This is perhaps the most important one of all, runner. Now runner में special narrow prostrate, I told you prostrate are along the ground, horizontal green branches which develop at the base of erect shoots, right? ना देखो एकदम ध्यान से हर एक वर्ड को लेते हुए प्लीज. हाँ, we have a erect shoot, right? Very commonly seen in grasses. हाँ ये देखो यहाँ पे लिखा lawn grass, Cynodon dactylon, right? ना fancy name again for simple grass, right? Cynodon dactylon. ग्रास का जो ब्लेड है, राइट ना, इरेक्ट शूट, दैट शूट इज नोन एज अ क्राउन, राइट? सो ये जो शूट है इट इज नोन एज अ क्राउन. उसके बेस में यू हैव ग्रीन ब्रांच, राइट, विच इज कॉल्ड एज अ रनर. द पॉइंट इज दैट यू नो जो नोड है उसमें से वन रनर डज नॉट स्टार्ट, मल्टीपल रनर in all the directions they start, right? Now runners spread in all the directions to produce new crowns. What is a crown? The aerial erect shoot is called as a crown. The erect shoot is called as a crown, right? Now it is the runner which is producing the new crown. With if it is producing new crown मतलब function क्या हो गया? Vegetative propagation. With obviously नीचे roots कौन सा आएगा? Adventitious, can you see fibrous roots or adventitious roots? Presence of nodes with scaly leaves and axillary buds is observed, right? Now so that is runner के ऊपर. So Cynodon is an example. Centinella, it's called hydrocotyle. It's I think Centinella asiatica, and oxalis also an example where it is a runner. ठीक है? So आगे जो आएंगे अपने को नो somewhat modifications of runners only, right? तो ये सबसे important है, subaerial modification सबसे important is runner, right? If you want again repeated once more, the erect shoot is called as a crown. बेस में उसके एडवेंटिशियस रूट्स रहेगा, राइट? उसके क्राउन के बेस में से यू हैव स्पेशल नैरो प्रोस्ट्रेट हॉरिजॉन्टल ग्रीन ब्रांचेस व्हिच इज कॉल्ड एज अ runner. Runner will spread in all the directions. ठीक है? Next is a stolon. Now a stolon is a slender lateral branch arising from the base of main axis. ये देखो क्या है मेन एक्सिस का नाम? क्राउन. अब कैन आई सी ये क्राउन? अब ये ब्रांच है, it is a branch. So but इसमें डिफरेंस क्या है ना, इसी रनर होता तो इट इज अलोंग द ग्राउंड, अब इट इज थोड़ा सा थोड़ा सा अपवर्ड ग्रोथ है, फिर वो आर्च होगा और फिर वो नीचे टच करेगा, नाउ सी इट्स अ ब्रांच. ब्रांच मतलब इट इज लाइक द स्टेम, सिमिलर स्ट्रक्चर. अगर स्टेम को अपाइकल बड है तो ब्रांच के यहाँ भी अपाइकल बड होगा. मतलब ये जब आर्च करेगा और ये नीचे टच करेगा, दैट मींस द अपाइकल बड विल टच द ग्राउंड एंड द अपाइकल बड विल देन गिव राइज टू अ न्यू स्ट्रक्चर. ये देखो यहाँ पर नया डॉटर प्लांट. तो आर वी सीइंग वेजिटेटिव प्रोपगेशन थ्रू आउट नाउ? ठीक है. So this arch structure, ये जो curvature वाला structure, that's called, can you see this arch वाला structure? That is called as a stolon, right? यहाँ पे strawberry है, colocasia is also there here, right? Remember colocasia was also in COM, please. So a single plant can have development of stem in two ways, right? Now COM देखो नीचे, COM is underground. COM is underground, but a stolon is above the ground. यानी propagation दोनों तरीके से हो रहा है. COM में storage of food हो रहा है, and above the ground propagation के लिए stolon है. Okay, so in some plants it's above the ground, like in case of strawberry, yes, the strawberry is there. Primarily stolon shows upward growth in the form of an ordinary branch, but when it bends and touches the ground, terminal bud, apical bud of the branch grows into a new shoot and roots, right? Jasmine and mentha are also examples for the same, right? I hope you're making that list of examples. I'm really stressing upon these, that these examples all should be known to you, please, right now. So trailer हो गया, runner हो गया, stolon हो गया. Next we have is sucker. A sucker is an underground runner, same like runner, but it is below the ground. Non-green runner, runner green था, right? Now this is a non-green क्योंकि below the ground है. Develops from the underground base of the roots. It grows horizontally below the soil and finally comes above the soil surface to produce a new plant. Produce a new plant मतलब vegetative propagation. ये देखो, it is growing below the ground. ये उसका main stem है, ये उसका normal tap root वगैरह सब कुछ है, लेकिन कहीं एक base में से runner develop हो रहा है and it is giving rise to a new plant. Right now, chrysanthemum, banana, right now these are all propagating through suckers. And lastly, offset. Offset is a aquatic runner, but in aquatic plants. One internode long runners in roseate plants, helps in vegetative propagation. Water hyacinth, Ecornia. It's also called as Jalakumbhi. It's a local language, local term for that, local name. So Ecornia and Pistia, right? They show offset. It's an aquatic runner, right? So very quickly go through trailer, runner, stolon, sucker, and offset. Now these are subaerial modifications, right? And lastly we come to the aerial modification, right? So what's an aerial stem? Stem or its vegetative part modified to carry specialized functions. They develop various modification for this purpose, right now. So obviously aerial stem is the stem above the ground, erect stem, right now, and that undergoes modification. That's called as a metamorphosed stems. Now under aerial stem, the first one is a tendril, right? A tendril is a modification of stem in which the axillary bud, now everybody is very clear what's an axillary bud. Axillary bud develop किधर होगा? Axil में. Axil किधर है? The angle between the stem and the leaf is called as an axil. ये देखो, can I see a पतला एकदम thin वाला stem, weak stem है बाबा, please. Can I see the leaf? That means a node. मतलब this area is the axil. Can I see the axillary bud being modified? Can I see this wiry thin structure? That thin structure, friends, is a tendril. That is a tendril. So tendril, thin, wiry, highly sensitive structure. So what is the tendril doing? ये देखो, जहां भी उसको support दिखा, it will coil around that support. It will hold on to it, right? tendrils help the plant to attach itself to the support and climb. So they'll be obviously found in plants with weak stem. The tendrils are leafless, coiled structures with sensitive adhesive glands. Adhesive यानी sticky, right? जो चिपकता है. So whenever it looks for a support दिखा मतलब वो coil भी करेगा और उसको चिपक भी जाएगा, stick भी हो जाएगा वो. ठीक है? Sensitive adhesive glands. An example of an axillary tendril is passiflora. मतलब axillary bud becoming a tendril, passion flower. In vitis, apical bud is modified into tendril. अब apical bud चला गया तो growth कैसे होगा? Because apical bud is vertical growth. So further growth is resumed by axillary bud. मतलब growth lateral होगा. This is called as dichotomous branching. कभी आगे आएगा तो हम लोग बात करेंगे इसके बारे में, but you can just learn the term here. Cucurbita extra axillary bud is modified into tendril, whereas an antigonon floral bud becomes tendril. Right? So you can have different cases, where different types of buds can become tendril. Clear, please, everybody? Yes. What is a tendril? Thorn. Right? Thorn is very interesting. If I were to ask you that what is a thorn called in a Hindi term, right? Hindi में क्या बोलेंगे? तो one common answer would be काटा बोलते काटा. ठीक है, fine. But if I ask you, what is a spine called? Leaf के ऊपर spines आते हैं. Spine को क्या होता है? काटा. So अपने लिए thorn और spine में कोई फर्क नहीं है. Just that thorn is a modification of stem. Spine is a modification of leaf. Spine is a modification of leaf. Leaf में modification will do spine. Right now, please. Thorn अलग है, spine अलग है. Thorn is a hard pointed, usually straight structure produced by modification of axillary bud or apical bud. Right ना? देखो यहाँ पे, can you see citrus का example? Citrus में it is the, right ना? ये देखो citrus में, carissa में apical bud, लेकिन citrus में axillary bud becoming tendril. Leaves, branches and flowers are developed on the thorn. Leaves, branches and flowers are developed on the thorns. Thorn is a modification of stem. मतलब वो stem जैसा structure है, तो stem पे अगर node internode है, तो thorn पे भी node internode होगा. अगर node internode है, तो बाकी सारे structures आने चाहिए. So the fact that these structures are coming on the thorn, right ना? Because a lot of ideas जो अपने पहले fixed थे ना, वो अभी आहिस्ता आहिस्ता थोड़ा change हो रहे हैं. They're getting changed. Right now, you will sir, वो rose के नीचे जो structures are there, those are prickles. Right now, so they are different structures. Right? So a thorn is a modification of stem. Like stem, it will have nodes and internodes, will have structures growing on. So, and this is a proof that thorn is a modification of stem. It provides protection against browsing animals, right? Now, animals which are, looking at green structures for food, right? Now, jo green wo hamara. ठीक है ना? So, but they stay away from those plants where thorns are seen. So, thorn is actually a means of defense for a plant to protect itself against these kind of grazing and browsing animals. Right? Citrus, bougainvillea. Generally, thorns are straight structures. Bougainvillea, I've made a note, it's a curved structure. You have Duranta. I think Duranta ka, ye Duranta ka hi image hai. But in Carissa, apical bud gets modified into a thorn. Right? So, pehla tendril tha, dusra thorn. Tisra is a phyloclad. Right? The word phyll, P-H-Y-L-L, phyll means leaf. Clad means stem. So the term phyloclad means a leaf-like stem. Or in other words, a stem which is behaving like a leaf. What's the primary function of a leaf? Photosynthesis. So here we are talking about a stem which is able to do photosynthesis. The phyloclad or the cladophyll, आगे एक modification cladophyll भी है, right? Very near to it, right now, which gets transformed into a leaf-like structure. अब you find this in case of plants like Opuntia cactus. Now these are xerophytic desert plants where water availability is very less. Now if water availability is less, right, now the plant has to undergo some modifications. I told you in one of the previous videos that water is always undergoing movement. Root absorb करेगा, stem उसको conduct करेगा, leaf उसको transpire करेगा, transpiration होगा. So ये water continuous move हो रहा है from the environment into the root, root से stem, stem से leaf, leaf से back to the environment. But now, right now, the amount of water in the soil is very less in dry areas. So continuous absorption possible nahi hai. That means the leaf has to conserve water. That means it has to stop the process of transpiration. अगर transpiration उसको रोकना है, that means it has to remove the leaf because leaf has got stomata. उससे transpiration हो जाएगा. So leaf has to get removed. But problem क्या होगा? Leaf को निकाल देंगे तो who's going to perform photosynthesis? So the stem takes the responsibility of photosynthesis. एक काम करो, तुम leaf को निकाल दो, transpiration रुक जाएगा, we will save water, right ना? So अब stem, the root is absorbing water, थोड़ा बहुत जो भी है अंदर है, dry soil. The stem is now conserving water because leaf तो नहीं है अभी यहाँ पर, right? The leaf has been reduced, and the stem is now becoming green. The cactus we find is green, na? The plant of aloe, green. Aloe vera isn't green. So that structure is performing photosynthesis. So such a stem which behaves like a leaf is called as a phylloclad. Obviously, it is manufacturing food, so it will store food. Conserving water, matlab that stem is full of food and water. It becomes very spongy. So you take a small aloe plant, usko knife see, it's very soft, can cut it with a knife also. But when you press it, you have oozing of that fluid, sticky fluid coming out. So it is full, it's a very succulent structure. The word exactly used is succulent. SUCCULENT. Succulent structure ekdam ye. The very soft, spongy stuff, full of food and water. Right? So it is thick, fleshy, succulent in case of Opuntia nagfani, cylindrical in case of Casuarina and Euphorbia, and it is ribbon-like in case of Muhlenbeckia. Muhlenbeckia, right? So different types of variations available in different types, but property ये सब रहेगा, right? ना photosynthesis वाला property रहेगा. In xerophytes, leaves get modified into spines. Leaves get modified into spines. याद है मैंने बताया था, leaves get modified into spines. Why are the leaves getting modified into spines, friends? Because we want to check, we want to stop the process of transpiration, right? So that water loss does not occur, right? Or they get reduced in size to check the loss of water due to transpiration, and the stem will take up the responsibility of photosynthesis, right? That structure, that green structure, green stem is now called as a phylloclad. We got a cladode. Now, similar condition. हालत वही है, right? ना asparagus है, dry conditions. Dry condition है मतलब water is an issue, right? Water issue है तो you have to check the process of transpiration, बराबर कि नहीं? और ट्रांसपिरेशन चेक करना है आपको तो किसको निकालना पड़ेगा? लीफ, राइट? लीफ को निकालना पड़ेगा अभी. अगर अभी लीफ को निकालना है मतलब somebody has to do the function of photosynthesis, right? ना अभी वही phylloclad के ट्रैक पे चल रहे हैं हम लोग. We are on the track of phylloclad only. So now asparagus में भी वो लोग गए स्टेम के पास. ये देखो प्रॉब्लम है, ट्रांसपिरेशन है अभी. You have to take the responsibility of photosynthesis. बट यहाँ का स्टेम थोड़ा सा है अकड़ू. He says नहीं, I don't want to become green. I want to remain brown. I will not do photosynthesis. Sorry. Problem. लीफ को निकाल दिया, ये सोच के स्टेम फोटोसिंथेसिस करेगा, लेकिन स्टेम तो ये रेडी नहीं है, स्टेम ब्राउन है. So stem says, okay, fine, let me help you. Instead of me becoming green, what if I give you small greenish structures which are not leaves, right? ना अगर लीफ नहीं है तो स्टोमेटा नहीं है, स्टोमेटा नहीं तो ट्रांसपिरेशन नहीं होगा, लेकिन अगर ग्रीन है तो फोटोसिंथेसिस कर सकता है. right? So these small greenish structures are called as cladodes. They're called as cladodes. देखो, green branches of limited growth. Green branches मतलब कहाँ से आएगा? Stem में से आ रहा है, right? कितना? 1 internode long only, which have taken up the function of photo. So this is the green branch which is taking up. ये leaf नहीं है, it's a green branch. और branch है मतलब it's a green structure. So no stomata, no transpiration. मतलब now both structures are happy. Stem is happy because it is not green, it is not doing photosynthesis. The plant is overall happy because transpiration नहीं हो रहा है, पानी conserve हो रहा है. The leaves are reduced to scales or spines again. Asparagus is an example. We've got a bulbil, right? Bulbil में axillary bud becomes fleshy. Can I see the stem? Yes. ये node है, ये leaf है, axil है. Look at this roundish structure. The axillary bud has started storing food. Right? खा पी के एकदम मस्त गोलगप्पा हो गया एकदम. Right? But you know, after it attains a certain size, उसका weight बढ़ जाता है. So it is not able to, retain. वो detach हो जाता है. It falls on the ground and it develops into a new plant. मतलब function क्या हो गया? Vegetative propagation. Right? So this roundish structure is nothing but a bulbil. And we find this in Dioscorea. यहाँ पे और एक example है agave, A-G-A-V-E. Agave is an example for a bulbil, right? And lastly, we have a cladophyll, right? No? Leaf-like structures in the axil of a scaly leaf. In the axil of a scaly leaf. Floral bud hai, scaly leaf in the middle, upper half is the leaf and lower half is stem, right? No? So it's a part leaf, part stem structure. Right? Example is in case of a ruscus. A ruscus will show this kind of a structure. Right? Again, I'm repeating, the examples are very, very important. They can ask the questions in two ways. Right? Either they will give you the property and ask you the example, they give you the example and ask you the property. So you should know both the ways. And all the names of the plant with their botanical names and common names to be remembered. Right now? So we have now done with all the modifications of stem, right? So in these three videos, we have covered the entire topic of stem, right? Characteristics hua, we did types of buds, we did functions of stem, we've covered what are the types of stem and what are the modifications of stem, right? That's it for now. Thank you guys.